and this is a part 4 of our YouTube series which is covering up the essay writing skills. And in this part we are going to cover up everything that is related to the use of complex structure. As you know that this is a very essential part if you want to score very good in your grammatical range and accuracy parameter. Okay, so now first just have a look at that what is going to happen if you are going to include complex structure and variety of sentence structure into your essay. Okay, so 9-band essay says that uses a wide range of structures with full flexibility and accuracy. Rare minor errors occur only as slips. So they are expecting if you want to score 9 bands in grammatical range and accuracy parameter, then you have to use a wide range of structure there. And they are also giving you concession here that somehow if you have made some kind of mistakes but they are not having any kind of hindrance, they are not stopping to convey you the exact meaning that you want to convey there. Okay, so they are giving you a concession here that you are allowed to do some mistakes but they should be like slips, not intentional ones. Okay, so 7-band essay says that uses a wide variety of complex structure and produces frequent error-free sentences, has good control of grammar and punctuation but may make a few errors. So again here they are giving you concession that if some mistake has happened as like a slip there, then if they are not hindering the message that you want to convey, they can compensate with that. But you have to use a variety of complex structure there and your sentences should be error-free plus with proper grammar and punctuation there. I know that most of the students just ignore the role of punctuation there. They just know that comma and full stop. That's it. This is all the punctuation mean for them. But no, there are other punctuation marks also that you have to learn while writing your essay here. Okay. Now, check out the difference between the simple sentence, compound sentence and complex sentence here. So a simple sentence contains a subject and a predicate, expresses a complete thought. The simple sentence is complete in itself. It doesn't need to depend on the other sentence to convey the meaning here. For example, the boys went to the park. So this is a simple sentence here and it is conveying a complete meaning here. We like pizza. This is just a sentence which is made up of 3 words here but it is complete in itself. Okay, so one tip is here, a simple sentence is also called an independent clause. Independent clause, we know that because it is not getting dependent on the other clause or other sentence to convey its meaning. Now, on the other hand, compound sentence. So, compound sentence is a mixture of 2 or more independent clauses. Here, 2 independent clauses will be there or maybe more, but they are again complete in itself. They are not depending on each other. If we write them differently, they can convey their meaning on their own. But we have to join them by using a coordinating conjunction. Clauses are joined by a coordinating conjunction here. Okay, so there are lots of conjunction. Others are divided into subordinating conjunction category and some are categorized into coordinating conjunction category. So if you want to make a complex structure, then you have to know that what are subordinating conjunction. Here they are given like after, wherever. Okay, but if you want to make a sentence compound here, for example, the boys went to the park, but they didn't go to the zoo, right? So this is a first clause here, and after but we are having second clause. If we read them independently, they are going to make their own meaning here, but we have joined it by using coordinating conjunction here, that is but, right? We like pizza and we like spaghetti. So again here we have just combined 2 independent clauses by using a coordinating conjunction here. They are complete in themselves. Okay, and when you are having comma before and, this is known as Oxford comma. And one tip is here, look for these conjunctions for, and, nor, but, or yet. So we are having a formula that is known as fanboys if you want to memorize the coordinating conjunctions. Right, fanboys. Now next one, that is our main focus, that is complex structure. So contains an independent clause and a dependent clause. So here there may be 2 to 3 clauses here. One is going to be independent and other may be dependent on the first one. Check out the difference. Simple sentence is made up of only single clause here and that is complete in itself. Compound sentence is made up of 2 or more clauses. They are independent. They are not dependent on each other. Okay, but in complex sentence we are going to have 2 or 3 clauses in which one is going to be independent but other may be dependent on the first one or the later one. And dependent clause begins with the subordinating conjunction. So here we have to use subordinating conjunctions if we want to convert a simple sentence into a complex sentence. For example, because the boys went to the park, they didn't go to the zoo. Suppose because the boys went to the park is written alone. This clause is written alone here. We don't have they didn't go to the zoo. So this clause is not making a complete sentence here. Okay, this is not complete in itself. This clause has to dependent on the other clause. Here it is. Right, so this is the thing that you have to keep in mind. Because the boys went to the park, here because is your subordinating conjunction. The boys didn't go to the zoo because they went to the park. Again here the clause that is getting started with the use of subordinating conjunction because this is your dependent clause here. And now let's check out the tip here. Look for these subordinating conjunctions. So these are some of the subordinating conjunction that you can use accordingly according to the context to make complex sentences there. For example, after, before, because, although, when, since, if, whenever, unless, while, so, that, even though, wherever. Okay. Now let's have a look at the dependent clauses don't make sense on their own because they begin with something called a subordinating conjunction. This we have already covered up, and this is here a chart again of the subordinating conjunction. You can refer it to. And now a complex sentence contains at least one independent clause and one dependent clause. I have already clarified it to you. And here is the example which have like properly divided the parts of the sentence. For example, she will go to the school in the city. This is the independent clause, right? Until she finds a job. This is the dependent clause, and until here is acting as subordinating conjunction. There is nothing complex like, okay, there is nothing that is called complex about the complex structure. The name is complex sentence and structure, but they are quite easy if you want get to the technique that how you can make this. Okay, so next we are having two formats for writing any complex structure. Let's have a look at the first structure here, the pattern number 1, and it is going to be like this one. First we are going to add on the independent clause, then after subordinating conjunction will be there, and after that dependent clause will be there. Let's have a look at the example now. Juan has been very happy since he passed his English exam. So since here is your subordinating conjunction. And Juan has been very happy. This is your independent clause. He passed his English exam. This is your dependent clause here. So whenever you are writing your complex sentence in this structure, then you don't need to add on any comma there. Keep this thing in mind that if you are using your subordinating conjunction in between the independent clause and the dependent clause, this do not take comma there. Okay, remember this pattern doesn't require a comma. Most common subordinating conjunction after, although, as if, because, before, since, unless, until, while, when, etc. So whenever you are going to use this subordinating conjunction in the middle, then there is no need for the use of comma here. Now the second pattern says that first we are going to use the subordinating conjunction, after that dependent clause with comma, then the independent clause. For example, since he passed his English exam, Juan has been very happy. Now here you can check out that we have used the subordinating conjunction in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, if you are following this pattern, then you have to add on comma after your dependent clause. Remember, when a complex sentence begins with the subordinating conjunction and the dependent clause, you have to separate the clauses with the comma, right? Now the main point. So this was all about the basic introduction of that what complex structure is, that how you can make them, and that is by the use of subordinating conjunction. Now if you are writing your essay, can you write the whole essay by using the complex structure, that you have to include the complex structure from the beginning till the end? Is there any kind of mandate like this? No. So let's check out the proper place to include your complex sentences here. So write topic sentence by using simple sentence. Use complex sentence to expand your ideas or to give supporting ideas. I told you first paragraph is going to be of intro. Second paragraph and third paragraphs are going to be your body paragraphs, and in which you have to include your complex sentence. But you have to write the topic sentence by using only simple sentence here. After that, if you want to support your idea, okay, then only you have to use your complex structure there to give the explanation, to explain why you agree with certain point of view or not. Now let's check out the importance of complex sentences here to give critical or important information. elaborate on a claim, because essay is just like convincing with your point. Here you are giving points, you are giving ideas to convince the reader, to convince the examiner, no matter what your point be. You may choose to agree with the given statement, or you may choose to disagree with the given statement, but how you are presenting your essay, this depends. Right? Compare and contrast, combine ideas that are similar into one point. Okay, so now let's have a look at one example here. If I am going to write a complete paragraph full of simple sentence, how it's going to look like. I went to the store on Thursday. I bought chips and salsa. I drove home. I ate the chips and salsa. I watched TV. I got tired at midnight. I went to bed. So this is the whole paragraph that is written by using only simple structure here. Okay. Now we are going to do something interesting here. We are going to add on some subordinating conjunction here to make that simple sentences into complex structure here. I went to the store on Thursday because I wanted to buy some chips and salsa. Now you can check out, as compared to the previous paragraph, this paragraph is having more coherence and cohesion, that seems more connected. Right? Here is more clarity. So this is the only purpose of complex structure here, that it helps you to support your ideas in a better manner. After I drove home, I ate the chips and salsa. I watched TV until I got tired at midnight. I went to bed. Here I can also use one subordinating conjunction, or later on, I went to bed. Okay guys, so next we are going to check out another method of writing a complex structure. As like I told you, there is one pattern by use of subordinating conjunction, and there is another pattern that is by using relative clause here. What is relative clause? Now let's have a look at. So relative clause is used to give additional information. For example, I live with the friend, comma, who I met at university. So here I want to give additional information about the friend, because the listener to whom I am referring to in this sentence may not be able to understand it. I am talking about which friend. Okay, to give additional information, to make it more clarify here, I am using the relative clause. I live with the friend, comma, who I met at university. Right? On my last holiday, I went to Brighton, comma, which is a town by the sea. So to give more additional information about the town about which I am talking, here I have used the relative clause. And these are the two methods by the use of which you can make a sentence complex here. Okay. Now you have gained the first hand information about the complex structure. Let's do an attempt all together. So here we are having a simple sentence here. For example, cars cause air pollution. This is only a simple sentence that is made up of only 4 words. Now I'm going to convert it into a complex sentence, complex structure here in front of you. How? Let's check out. So cars cause air pollution. Here I try to give an answer to the question why. Okay. Cars cause air pollution because their engines emit CO2 into the atmosphere. Emit means release. Okay. So because is my subordinating conjunction here. This is the first method of making a sentence into complex one. So cars cause air pollution because their engines emit or release CO2 into the atmosphere. Rather than this single sentence that is simple, this sentence is more clear and more precise, and it gives more additional information. Now make it more complex. It is well known that cars, which remain the most popular means of transportation, cause air pollution because their engines emit CO2 into the atmosphere. So you can see that I had only one sentence that was made up of only 4 words, and by just using the subordinating conjunction and relative clause at one place, I have converted it into a complex structure. So this is all about the complex structure. There is nothing complex about it. Okay, it is well known that cars, which remain the most popular means of transportation, cause air pollution because their engines emit CO2 into the atmosphere. That's all. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a sample essay here. I'm going to read the whole essay, and I will help you to locate that where in this essay the complex structure has been used. You don't need to do anything. I'm just going to do everything for you. Okay. So the statement says that many countries today are experiencing high levels of migration from rural areas to cities. What are the causes of this trend and what effects does it have on existing city dwellers? तो क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट आपको ये पूछ रही है कि रूरल एरिया से जो लोग हैं माइग्रेट हो रहे हैं टुवर्ड्स द सिटीज. So what are the causes of this trend? This is cause effects essay here. What are the causes of this trend? We are going to give the reason here, and what effects does it have on the existing city dwellers. So this is what the statement is asking here. So we are first having our introduction paragraph. This is the intro. Right. So migration from the countryside to cities is certainly a topical issue, as so many nations are seeing this pattern today. There are three main causes and two key impacts which I will present now. So you can check out the word topical issue here as like this is same as like we say burning issue. Okay. Now here comes your complex structure. I told you the right place to include your complex structure is into your body paragraphs. So the first sentence is your topic sentence here plus your topic word. The main cause is probably the lack of employment available to rural people. Now you can check out probably the lack of employment is your topic word here that you are going to devote your whole paragraph towards this point only. Okay. And the main cause, by reading this first sentence, that is your topic sentence, the examiner will have the idea that you are going to explain, you are going to talk about the causes in this part. So this is the purpose of topic sentence and topic word. Now you can check out that this sentence is not written by using the complex structure here. This is in simple form only. Now, rural industries, ranging from agriculture to food production and animal breeding have all been rationalized and made for far more efficient in recent years, meaning that fewer people are needed to staff them. So till here, from rural to staff them, this is the use of complex structure here. How? Let me tell you. Rural industries. So उन्होंने explain करने के लिए कि जो person ये ऐसे लिख रहा है, what he mean by the rural industries, to make it more clarified, he has given supporting ideas here, given more explanation here. For example, ranging from agriculture to food production and animal breeding. So by rural industry, the person mean these all things ranging from agriculture to food production and animal breeding. This gives more clarity. Suppose the person has left only the sentence till here, rural industries have all been rationalized. The person has not given the clarification here that what he actually means by the rural industries, then this is not going to be that much clear. Okay. Now next one, have all been rationalized and made far more efficient in recent years, meaning that fewer people are needed to staff them. Now to give the explanation to this point, have all been rationalized and made far more efficient in recent years, they have given this supporting idea, they have given this additional information by using the comma here, meaning that fewer people are needed to staff them. Okay. Now next one, furthermore, this is the use of your cohesive device connector here. The growth of employment opportunities in the cities mean that people, mainly youngsters. So now here, he was referring to the point that employment opportunities cities में बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. People, from people उसका मतलब क्या है, उसको explain करने के लिए उसने specifically complex structure के through और additional information देके हमें समझाया है. ठीक है, to make it more clarified that from people he means mainly youngsters are tempted to move there by higher wages and the prospect of reliable work. तो यहाँ पे reason बताया गया है कि mostly जो students हैं, basically the youngsters, they move from rural areas to urban areas because they have more opportunities there and the higher wages. Right. So finally, many countries still have a weaker infrastructure in rural areas, especially in terms of transport and economic activity. तो यहाँ पे last point explain करना चाहता था the person here and weaker infrastructure in rural areas. तो उसका next point ये है कि many countries still have a weaker infrastructure in rural areas. तो rural areas में weaker infrastructure है. From to explain it more कि उसका क्या मतलब है weaker infrastructure. Infrastructure में बहुत सारी चीजें आती हैं. But what he is referring to here, to make it more clarified, he has given additional information like especially in terms of transport and economic activity. For example, if a country dweller is unable to find public transport to get to work locally, that person will inevitably consider moving to a city where the infrastructure is far better established. So this is an example here, which is a very important part again for writing an essay here. And this is conditional example here. This is not any kind of factual example here. This is the use of conditional here. तो यहाँ पे वो point बता रहा है कि if a country dweller is unable to find public transport टू वर्क लोकली, हियर कंट्री मीन्स रूरल एरिया अगेन, ठीक है। तो वो बोल रहा है कि अगर रूरल एरिया में किसी पर्सन को डेली अपने काम से वर्क फ्रॉम वर्क प्लेस टू स्कूल जाने में दिक्कत होती है, प्रॉब्लम होती है, देन दैट पर्सन विल ऑफ कोर्स prefer to move towards the city where transport facility is more better as compared to the rural areas. So this is the real essence of using complex structure here, because they make things more clarified. This would not be possible if you are using only simple sentence. And now the next paragraph is saying it is related to the effects, because you can check out regarding the effects from the topic sentence. It has been made clarified that here the person is going to talk about the effects. So regarding the effects felt by the urban residents, perhaps the main impact is on accommodation. So this is the topic word here. So impact is on accommodation. This is a topic word here. An increased urban population drives us the cost of buying or renting a home, leading to possible hardship for people who had assumed that prices would remain stable. We can see this clearly in major conurbations such as London, Sao Paulo or Delhi, where property prices are extremely high and continue to rise. The main other effect on the existing city population is a vastly increased competition for job opportunities, particularly at a less skilled level. So now in this paragraph, the person is referring to all the effects, that how it is affecting the city life. अगर rural areas में सारे उठ के cities में आ जाएंगे, then cities में जो लोगों की opportunities है वो भी कम होएगी, ठीक है। So they are also going to affected by this trend. Now यहाँ पे person बता रहा है, the person who has written the essay, the other main effect on the existing city population is the vastly increased competition for job opportunities, right? From job opportunities he means particularly at a less skilled level. तो जो जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज है जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा स्किल इन्वॉल्व होती है, ऑब्वियसली वहाँ पे तो कंपटीशन पहले ही कम होएगा, बट वेयर द कंपटीशन इज ऑलरेडी मोर, इफ पीपल फ्रॉम रूरल एरियाज माइग्रेट टू सिटीज देन दैट कंपटीशन इज गोइंग टू बी मोर हायर. यू मस्ट हैव लिसन टू मेनी एग्जांपल्स इन द न्यूज़ कि एक पीएन के पोस्ट के लिए कितने लोग अप्लाई करते हैं, पीएचडी किए हुए लोग अप्लाई करते हैं. Okay, so this is the effect, this is the real effect, that why people are migrating from the rural areas and how this is affecting the city life too. For instance, drivers, shop workers and hospitality staff find themselves competing for work with new arrivals who are often prepared to work for less. You must have seen जो बाहर से लोग आते हैं, migrants होते हैं, they agree to work on less wages because they are in dire need of work. Okay, so this is again the effect, but जिनकी एक्सपेक्टेशन ज़्यादा होती है, ऑब्वियसली द एम्प्लॉयर इज गोइंग टू हायर दोज वन हु आर एक्सपेक्टिंग लोअर एज कम्पेयर टू द अदर्स. This can lead to a reduction in wages and consequent decline in standard of living, especially when combined with the increased cost of housing. Now, this is your conclusion. To sum up, the causes of this trend are primarily to do with the employment, and the effects are felt in terms of wages and accommodation. So you can check out that this is an essay which is written by using the complex structure, and this word count here is 312 words. So you are supposed to write 250 to 280 words. So this is how a well-structured essay looks like by the use of complex structure, variety of sentence structure, error-free sentences, proper use of punctuation. Okay? So if you want to score very good marks in your grammatical range and accuracy, so these are the things that you have to keep in your mind. And to be very clarified here, there is nothing difficult about the complex structure. Just learn two things: use of subordinating conjunction and both of the patterns. If you are using the subordinating conjunction in between the independent clause and the dependent clause, there is no use of comma. Okay. If you are using the subordinating conjunction at the beginning, then you need to add on your comma after the dependent clause. And the second pattern is to make your complex structure by the use of relative clause here to give more additional information here. Right. So this was all about our today's lecture. I hope that everything is clear. If you still have any doubts, then you can mention them in the comment box below, and there we will be given proper answers to that. Till then, stay connected, stay healthy. Thank you so much.